Hey guys, happy weekend. It's Sonnet here from Catch the Moon Music, and I just wanted to check in. There are so many questions that come into me on a regular basis that I wanted to address one that keeps coming up. We're in the middle of doing a 21-day challenge right now with a lot of songwriters, and they're learning how to pitch their own songs. And a lot of you are interested in pitching your own songs to music supervisors and to ad agencies and trying to figure out like what's the best route to getting your songs out there. And do music supervisors even take unsolicited songs? So how does that work, and is it better to get a licensing agent? So actually, both are true. It is better to get a licensing agent. You do want somebody behind you who's got your back, who's pitching you for all sorts of different things that are coming up. And you want to have that catalog of songs to really get somebody that's great behind you. And there's so many different licensing agents. Boutique ones, they're all over the world, they're all over the country. You can definitely get your songs to them if you're persistent and you really have the music that they need. So do your research, figure out what kind of songs do they pitch for, what kind of work do they normally get, could they pitch your song? So this is how I think about it. When songs are submitted to me in my email, I'm like, can I pitch that song? Will it do me any good, or will it do the artist any good to sign with us? Because if the artist signs with us and we can't actually pitch their songs because those kind of searches don't come in, it doesn't really make sense, right? So you want to find a licensing agent that really works in the field of your music. So you know they're getting licenses that your songs would be great on, TV shows that you know that your songs would be great for. And so you're filling a need by sending them your songs. They're going to be like, wow, we can do something with this, we can get behind this. So you got to do your research, and you have to be persistent because it is hard to get through. They're going to get tons of emails. How do you break through that noise? But in the meantime, as you're trying to find your licensing agent, or even if you have a licensing agent, sometimes you can negotiate pitching by yourself as well. Can they pitch for you, and also can you pitch for yourself, and maybe they take a percentage commission for doing the paperwork if you get a license, whatever. You can negotiate something. Sometimes it's just, no, you can't do that. But down the road, once you get that deal, maybe you can still keep pitching. And it's a great idea to establish relationships with music supervisors. And maybe that's just 3 music supervisors that you know work on shows that are great for your songs, or that you know that you've met, shook hands, you heard them speak on a panel, you heard them speak on one of the interviews that we do with them. But having that personal touch to them, knowing who they are, what they work on, how they function in the world, what kind of songs they really like, just anything personally about them, you know you're dealing with somebody that's a human, and you can reach out to them. And so you follow up with them, and you kind of create a rapport. And it's not easy all the time. It takes a while to break through. So you want to be polite, and you want to be persistent, and you want to have great music, #1, exclamation mark, 1,000 times. You really want to have that music that backs it up. So if they need what you have, and what you have really serves them and what they are doing, then it's a good match. And then you're not bothering them, you're really helping solve their problem. If you don't have the music that they need, and you don't have the kind of music that really works for what they're looking for, then you know that's not a great match, and maybe you don't hear back from them because it's not really what they need. So rather than taking it personally, you just kind of move on. You follow up with them again with a nice friendly email when you know what you really have, and you have to be really, really discerning. Do I have what they need? And sometimes it's not clear. So sometimes you just send them, you know, they work on television shows, so you send them a couple of songs that you think would be great for TV. Or maybe they work on ads, so you send them a couple of things that you know would be good for ads. So the point being, yes, you want a licensing agent. And here's why music supervisors really want to work with licensing agents. 1, because they can come to you, to the licensing agent, to us, Catch the Moon Music. They can come to us for so many different types of music. You know, it's not just when they come to an artist, it's like, well, who do I know that kind of has songs like this? I could reach out to these 5 different artists. Or I can reach out to 1 licensing agent, 5 licensing agents, and they'll send me like 5 different artists. So they get a lot more of a variety. They also get a lot more different sounds. It's not just 1 artist, although music supervisors are huge advocates of the artist, and if you make a relationship with them and something comes up where you have the songs that they might need, it does work. And besides that, you just want to know who the players are. If you're in this industry, you want to know who is in your industry with you. They're humans just like you, and they're doing the work, and you want to know who you're working with. Hey guys, I see you hopping on here. And So the point being, yes, so they want to work with agencies because, one, they get more options and more, but also because agencies can sign off that this song is easy to clear, that it's clearable, that they know what parts they can clear, they know who's writing it, who's got the masters, if there's somebody else involved in publishing that they have to clear through the publishing company. All of that is really clear, and they can sign off that there's no samples, that there are samples, and this is what they are, and the paperwork is in place, and that really makes a difference. So then it's a trusted source. And sometimes with artists, you don't always know, and you don't have that legal buffer, and if an agency puts a song, or a music supervisor puts a song in a television show, and that television show doesn't have the right to use that song, it comes back and it's like a really pretty big deal. It's like a job losing kind of big deal. So that's another reason why they really prefer to work with agencies. So you really want to put your eye on the ball. What agency is going to be good for you? How do you keep getting through? And then don't give up. Be polite, be persistent, find that agency, and in the meantime, figure out who the players are in your field. You're in music, you're in sync, you want to license your songs. Who's doing that? How are they doing it? What are they into? What kind of songs do they like? What shows do they work on? What ads do they work on? What are they passionate about? Figure that out, because the more you know, the easier it is to navigate. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to touch on that because I feel like that keeps coming up. And so, yes, you want to get involved and pitch your own stuff, but you want to do it with research. You want to reach out to people who you know could really use your songs, be really discerning in it, and also you want to get that licensing agent. So you want both of those things to be happening. And when you go to these conferences and you meet music supervisors, you want to have some idea of who they are, and would they do something with your music? Could your music really work for them? All of those things, be smart about it, have some common sense, and be really kind and friendly and human in it too. So that's it. That's my speech for this Saturday morning or afternoon. And I will see you guys next week. All right. Ciao.